always have to throw Stitch on the floor to film these videos, so I felt like he should be in a video. My name's Holly, and I wanted to talk about my Disney pins today. So I'm not like I'm not a pin trader, and I'm not a huge pin collector. I more collect pins, like I buy pins when they strike my fancy, or if they mean something for that trip or something like that. So I thought I would film this. So the main way, you might get in the way, Stitch, I'm sorry. The main way I like display my pens, I think I'm going to change this because this is kind of a cheap frame, but I put them in this frame. This is just a piece of cardstock, just because I like that better than the black, and like the black frame or whatever. But I might try to switch to like a cork board and paint it or something, I don't know. But these are my main pins. I have two more that are not on here yet. So, oh yeah, Stitch, sorry, you're in the way. You're gonna have to go on the floor. Sorry, bud, sorry. I guess I'll just go like this way. I don't know, I don't have long to film this, I don't know. So I have this one up here which says Save Pluto, and I got that one on my last trip, and I bought this at Hollywood Studios. I think I had Instagrammed it, and as I do Instagram so regularly. I bought this one because it caught my eye. First of all, I love Pluto, of course, because I love dogs, but I am totally one of those people that is like super bitter about Pluto not being a planet anymore. And side note, and a huge contributing factor to that, in my opinion, is that I was a huge Sailor Moon fan. Growing up, I continue to be a Sailor Moon fan. Have not seen the reboot, but still a huge fan. And Sailor Pluto was my favorite Sailor Scout, so I feel like I feel slighted on behalf of her that she would be demoted. I don't know. So I just thought that this, like, who came up with this pin? Whoever came up with this pin, like, gets me. So I love it. And then these next two are, like, Donald and Goofy, and then Mickey and Minnie Year of a Million Dreams pins. So I have the lanyard somewhere, but I did go during the Year of a Million Dreams. It was my senior year trip when I was 18, senior year of high school, not college. And I feel like a ton of people got these. They were giving these out like by the thousands. But we did get the Year of a Million Dreams lanyards, so we got these pins that went along with them. I have no idea where this graduation one comes from. I feel like it may not even be mine, but it was in my stuff, so he got to put on here. And then I have this Chosen one, which I believe is from this last trip as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I am obsessed with these little green alien guys from Toy Story. I have a stuffed animal of them on my bookshelf over here as well. I just think that they are so adorable, and I love when they're all like, the claw, the claw. I love them. If you could meet them, I would die. Not really, obviously, but I would be so excited. And then I have Squirt. I love Squirt. I love Finding Nemo. I love Finding Nemo the musical even more. And as I get older and older, I feel more emotionally attached to that story, and like whenever I'm feeling really down and upset, or I feel like nothing's going right in my life, I love to listen to that soundtrack. And I particularly like to listen to, I think is it called Go With The Flow? I'm not sure, but it's Crush's song in the musical, and it's just very inspiring, and I just love the relationship between Crush and Squirt. I know there are mugs out there that say like Squirt's big dude and like Crush's little dude, so they're like, I guess dad-son mugs, maybe, if you consider dude like a gendered term, but I always want to get those for me and my dad because we're super tight and Disney is like life. So I love Squirt, and I'm looking for a Squirt plush so much. Like, that's basically why I got this, because I cannot find a Squirt plush, because I'm definitely a plush person, because I'm 28, and I keep having to think of how old I am. I'm 28, and I love stuffed animals, as evidenced by Stitch, although I've had him forever. And then I have a bunch of Figment pins, because I love Figment, obviously. So basically I just always go to the Imagination shop. It's typically the place I spend the most money, and I just look to see if they have any Figment pins I don't have already. So yes, this one is just like the Figment logo, and then you have him with like the Epcot ball. And then I have these two like matching ones. These came together with Figment and Dreamfinder, of course. And then this Figment that's like a little baby Figment kind of thing. I don't think this is the cutest pin, but it's Figment, so I had to get it, you know. And then I have up here this Statler one. Actually, our last vacation, my stepmom had gone out. I think she had like gone to the bathroom or something, and she had like stepped on this pin. It was just on the ground. And she asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, of course I want it. I love the Muppets. I love Muppet Vision 3D. I love Statler and Waldorf. If there is a matching Waldorf one, I'm gonna look for that the next time to see if I can get his little buddy. And then I have this one, which this is my favorite portrait in the Haunted Mansion, is the one with the girl with the parasol. And that used to be my cell phone cover, and when I switched from one phone to another, I bought it again, and I just have not bought it for the phone I currently have because I've gone up another phone. But I love that image, and they have a bunch of these and like of the portraits with different villains, and so this is the one with Captain Hook over the crocodile, because obviously that's like extra funny. This one was kind of pricey, I do remember that. And then I have Hades, who is like one of my favorite villains, totally underrated, and oh my gosh, I love him. And of course I had to buy a pin with him on it, and I had made a semi-spontaneous trip for the limited time magic year. I had gone that year anyways in March, and then they did the Friday the 13th event in September, and it was like a villains event, and my dad was going anyways, so I like for a work trip, so I tagged along, and Hades hosted the show there, and the hat was there obviously still, and I remember being at Indiana Jones and him calling it the Blue Volcano, and so now my dad always call it, and I always call it the Blue Volcano, and like I feel like now when we go and it's not there, we're gonna be like, where's the Blue Volcano? And then I have these two Chip and Dale, also adorable, in like Thanksgiving, Pilgrim, and Indian or Native American get up. So had to get those guys. And then the two that I have that are not on here were gifts for me. I believe I got these for Chris. No, I did not. Last year, my dad and stepmom went in October, and I house sat for them. Like I watched their house and their dogs and their rabbits. So they gave me some pins as like a thank you. So the first one is this Food and Wine Festival one for 2016 with, of course, Chef Figment on it. He's so adorable. I just need to put him on there. And then they got me another one. And this one was an annual pass holder exclusive pin for Food and Wine Festival of 2016. And my parents are annual pass holders, so they got this for me. And this one is kind of like a cookbook